Hey now, folks, we are about to embark on a short ride through one of my favorite bits of scenery here. We're going on the 126 in Taiwan. This is a road that crosses the mountains, includes some truly spectacular scenery. We just ran down the number 3 to get to the 126, stopped at a little temple here to change out batteries. Still got most of a full tank of gas. We got fresh oil in the crankcase. Got blue sky. Got all day to monkey around. Hey, you can't beat that with a rubber mallet. So we're on the way to the Mingde Reservoir in Towu, 10 miles or 10 kilometers up the road. And I promise you some good scenery here. Like I say, this is one of my favorite roads in Taiwan. I am a connoisseur of roads. And this is one of my favorites. It really is. It's just going to get better and better. There are also some really big temples, beautiful temples up in here, which I'm going to do my level best to drive past without stopping at, because we want to focus on the scenery today, not the temples. This will take us across the mountain range over to the number 13 on the other side. There will be a temptation to stop at every available opportunity to take a look, and I'll go ahead and do that. But you can see what we got going here, right? It's mountains and more mountains. I started out this morning with 4 layers of clothing. It was 62 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is centigrade. It was a little bit on the cool side. It's warmed up. I'm down to 3 layers now. Yes, sirree. River down there. Boogie children. That's an engineered hillside right there. They had a lot of rock slides, so they brought in the concrete and created some sort of lattice work to keep the rocks at bay. Oh, we got a great day for this. Beautiful day. I've done this in the summer with blazing heat, and as you get up into the mountains, it cools off a bit and provides some relief. But today, temperature's just about perfect. It's probably 65, maybe 66, 67 right now. Maybe 70. Rock and roll. God, it's just beautiful everywhere. Right? Alright, I gotta quit just stopping in the middle of the road here. Not that there's any traffic. It's not the weekend. It's only Friday, it's not Saturday. Saturday there'd be some traffic here. But today we got the road kind of to ourselves. Glad you're along. If you come to Taiwan, whoever's watching this, Greg, I'm talking to you. We'll make this run again. Ralph, talking to you. We'll do this run one more time. Anybody, you come to Taiwan, we'll put you on a rental scooter, or we'll put you on the back of this scooter, and you can do this in person. But here's the next best thing. Oh, look at that now. Got a bit of a wind today. You know, I might have taken that jacket off prematurely. I might stop up here and put that jacket back on. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let's find a spot where there's a little scenery. Oh boy, look at here now. See, they were having problems with the rock slides there. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm putting that jacket back on. Sheesh. Oh, the scooter's gonna go forward there. That's not the right spot to do it. Go ahead a little bit. I'll find a better spot for that. It's the 126. This might be my favorite road in all of Taiwan right here. It just goes through some spectacular scenery. Yeah. Without any further ado, I am busting out that jacket again. Woohoo! Man, once you get rolling, it fools you when you're sitting still in the sun. You think, wow, it warmed up, but then that was down below as well. This is a pretty good windbreaker here. There we go. I just flashed the Calvin Klein name there. Calvin Klein, you can sponsor this trip. Yeah, send me gas money. Wouldn't it be funny if the scooter wouldn't start now? I do have a phone. I don't know if there's service here. There probably is. There's generally service everywhere. No, it wouldn't be funny. It would be the opposite of funny. It'd be a pain. Yeah, the mighty Sim 150 fighter springs back into action. Oh, that's better. Wow. You got to have a windbreaker, folks. Otherwise, oh, look at how pretty that is. Otherwise, the wind just sails right through you. I believe this might be part of the Mingda Reservoir up here. Taiwan relies on the reservoirs for its tap water. There's a couple of reservoirs, very, very key, very important for the water supply. Oh yeah. Shall we stop and take a look? We shall. Well, that's nothing spectacular there. Alright, we'll keep on rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I tell you who I wish I could have brought on these trips is my brother Brad. He was a retired truck driver. He passed away a couple of years ago. He would have got a kick out of this. There's the number 16. No, we're not doing it. We're staying on the number 126. That one's even more remote into the countryside. Yeah, Brad put on about 3 million miles in his truck driving career. And he too was a connoisseur of roads. My brother Brad, he drove back in the day when a trucker would keep 2 sets of books. One for the cop who pulls you over, and one that had the actual real information in it. And then they would drive epic distances. I guess there are some regulations regarding how many miles you're allowed to drive, and now that's controlled by computers. So when your 8 or 10 hours or whatever it is about to expire, the computer will tell you, hey, you got to pull over. You need to pull over. It's time to take a break. Speaking of taking a break, we'll hop off just here and check on the reservoir. So yeah, my cousin Tom was a truck driver during the computer era, and he had to pull over. His company knew. Oh, they knew everything. They knew if he was speeding, you know. And then they knew when it was time for him to pull over. Brad operated in the pre-computer age, the wild, wild west of trucking. And he would have got a kick out of these rides. Unfortunately, Brad's no longer with us, so he can't do that. Now, if you walk across that little bridge right there, as I recall, there's a small temple on that island on the other side. Now, I think the last time I came through here, there was a drought. This had all dried out. You could see grass everywhere. Today's full of water. Beautiful, right? Very nice. The Mingda Reservoir. This isn't all of it. It goes around the corner. Kind of curls around some of these mountains here. So there you go. Saturday, this place would be busy. I think there's bathrooms downstairs. And then sometimes on the weekend there'll be vendors here selling food. I'm not going to cross that bridge. No need. The Haitang Island Water Recreation Area. Yeah. I certainly do appreciate the signs being in English as well. This country's making a concerted effort to become bilingual. By the year 2030 is the goal. So they hire new English teachers every year. They hire more English teachers every year. 300 to 350 new teachers. New English teachers, not just the ones that they've been able to retain, but they keep looking for new English teachers, more. So if any of you have a 4-year college degree and are watching this, and you're eager to escape the American rat race, you might want to get over here and grab one of those English teaching jobs. And here's the cool part. Your 4-year college degree can be in anything. You can have a degree in communications or a degree in geology or whatever. There's a Maui right there. Hey, kitty. I suppose if I make that my thumbnail, I'll get more views. There's a mountain cat spotted. 300 views. For me, 300 views is a lot, right? It's really sad. Yeah. I don't care. I'll never figure out YouTube. You got to have exactly the snappy thumbnail and the perfect title that good stuff to get lots of views. And that's never been my intention anyhow. I just want to share this with family and friends basically, and anybody else who's interested in Taiwan. Take a look? Yeah, let's do it. Let's cross that center line. Okay. Those tall palm trees, those tall skinny trees there, those are betel nut trees. And the betel nut is like legal speed. It's organic legal speed here. Truck drivers love it. They chew on it. Turns their mouth red. And the reward for that is it keeps them awake for long periods of time so they can drive more. And the punishment is mouth, lip, and tongue cancer. No surprise there. So it's a habit that's kind of prevalent throughout Asia. It's a really bad idea. Super bad idea. Oh yeah, there's a view. Of course, I probably shouldn't run out in front of these cars. Geez, where's all the traffic coming from? What's going on here? Let's take a look. We'll take a look at them spinning back around again. There's got to be some great fish in there because I don't think people fish in there. Not very much. There's probably some big fish in there. I don't fish anymore. But if I did, that would be an intriguing place to throw in a line. All right, let's get this show back on the road. It's the 126, folks. Yeah, see, there's more reservoir. It just kind of, it's not really a river, it's a reservoir. When my daughter Anna was here, we did this cruise. And I've done this cruise with Greg, my buddy from Australia, several times. And a few other assorted people over the years. More reservoir. The reservoir goes on for quite a way. The reservoir goes on for quite a ways. A lot of water up here. There it is again. Got a pretty good view right there. Oh yeah, why not? Let's pull it over. Yeah. Mountain Lake. Rock and roll. Mingda Reservoir, as if we haven't been seeing it already. Isn't that something? It goes on for miles. Oh yeah, this temple. Take a look at it from the outside, folks. Do we want to go inside? Hey, once you've seen one temple, you've seen them all. Is that true? No, it's not true. Beautiful. keep her moving. These temples are an endless ongoing project. New art being refurbished, things being added. More reservoir. Meowly, huh? Ooh, I shouldn't. Shouldn't go to my alley. No, not right now. What's the story here? Well, there are resorts up here, I guess. Oh, let's see here if I remember how this works. I don't. What's down here? We'll take a look. Not very many tourists today. So, I think you can take like a boat ride here. Standby counter. Miaoli Mingda Lakeside Park. Yeah, boat rides, that sort of thing. People stop by for a picnic, I guess. Let's go in here and take a gander. Oh yeah, I see the boats down there. I don't know if you can see them. See if we can get a little closer. I'm not going to drive down those stairs, but I think there's a ramp over there. Yeah, baby. We'll look at it this way. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Excursion boats that go out on the reservoir. Handful of tourists here. There'll be a big crowd on the weekend. I don't think the boats are even running today. It looks like a Saturday, Sunday thing. And more reservoir. We've had a fair amount of rain lately, so reservoir is full. There's a 7-Eleven over there. Look at that. I might have to get a cup of coffee. Nah. Keep on going. We are going to run out of the 126 here, I'm sorry to say. Pretty darn quick, I think. That was the... that was most of it right there. And then there's this little town here. Ah. Temple? Army guys. Ni hao. Okay. 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 Good morning. I think I stumbled onto something I'm not supposed to see. These guys are leaving. Oh, it's not even a temple. It's like a military outpost. Oh yeah, it is a temple. All right. Well, that was certainly interesting. And Taiwan's military. A couple of guys there. A couple of guys and gals. You know, if that stupid China wasn't posing a constant threat to this island, to this country, and it is a country, folks. It is a country. Those kind of preparations wouldn't be needed. It's really disgusting that the Chinese are such frickin' bullies. North is to the right, south is to the left. We're going south, boys and girls. We're going to go south, and I think this is number 13. Should be number 13 right here. And this will take us to Sanyi. Sanyi is the wood carving capital. It's art made of wood. How do we want to do this? We want to break this up into another video? I'll cruise for a while. So yeah, that was the number 126. It goes across the mountains, gets to the number 13. We take the number 13 south, and the number 13 south will take us down to Sanyi, one of my favorite places. I've got lots of favorite places. I don't know if you've noticed that about these excursions. I'm bringing you to I really am. I'm bringing you to my favorite places. I'm not goofing around here. This is about my favorite places. And Sanyi is another art town. We had a look at Inga the other day. A couple of you clicked on that video. That's I think kind of a new video. Maybe it's not out yet. I'm not sure. I lose track. I got videos posted. I got them scheduled for a month out right now. And let's see, Tohu Miali Freeway. All right. Cool beans. We'll just keep rolling. How we doing on gas? This thing just sips the gas. We get like 90 or 100 miles per gallon. I'm going to cruise all day, and it's going to take $3 gas. I swear to God, I'll go for 5 or 6 hours. And then when I fill it up, it'll take $2 or $3. Can't beat that with a stick, or a rubber mallet, or a machete, whichever implement of destruction comes to mind. Now the idea here is that we run down into Sanyi, poke around a little bit, and then take a left on the number 130, which will take us back over the mountains. Oh, look at that guy's place. Never mind. Take us back over the mountains to the number 3 again. Got lots of road choices here. Well, we're sticking to some favorites today. And look at that, the weather is kind of cooperating. We got some blue sky along with the clouds. Not bad. Straight ahead, number 13, that's it. That's where we are. Hsinchu to the right, Taichung to the right. No, we're not doing all that. That's a highway. They're talking about getting on the highway, and I can't do that because this is a scooter. Scooters don't go on the highway. That's a no-no. But I've done it. You got to try everything once. So yeah, I've done it. I've popped a scooter up onto a highway. Regretted it instantly. Look at those little places. That's cool. If you got a little piece of land up in the mountains, that's just what the doctor ordered. One of those prefab buildings. Little tiny cottage. We're good on gas. We don't need to gas up. We'll gas up again later. I will gas up, I think, before I cross the 130 just to be on the safe side. You kind of hate to run out of gas in the mountains. I lose track of where we are. This might be the town of Taiwan. I think it is. Yellow and green. I was advised by my wife that the Taiwanese have upped their game when it comes to intersection surveillance. And if you jump the light, it's not green yet, you jump the light, that's a handy dandy ticket for them. That's an easy ticket for them. So that bad old habit, which, I've had to, I'm not allowed to do that anymore. That's a no-no. You have to wait for the light to turn green. Don't jump it a second too early just because you can. I'm going to have to retitle this video. It's not just the 126, it's the 126/13. 13 is not quite as pretty. Well, what the heck. I think we go through Miali to get to Sanyi. We're coming up to Miali here. That's what that is, Central Miali. Yeah, that's a fair-sized town right there. Excuse me, that's a mid-sized city. So let's get our nomenclature correct here. Go for it there. You fit in there. There you go. Straight ahead. Central Miali. Sanyi to the right. Oh yeah, I remember this. If you come through here at night, there's a whole bunch of betel nut stands with great neon. And I don't know if they still do it, but the betel nut stands feature attractive young ladies scantily clad, because betel nut is so bad for you. It has to be peddled in the most seductive way possible, and so there'll be gals in bikinis and miniskirts and all like that, and they come popping out of there. They give the truck driver a little package of betel nuts and an eyeful. That's kind of how that works. And they're featured in these glass boxes. These betel nut stands, high visibility, maximum visibility. It's really a nasty habit. I've never chewed betel nut. I just really have no desire to turn my mouth red or to promote mouth cancer. Wow, what a gorgeous day. What a phenomenally beautiful day. It is windy, but it's cool and sunny, which is like the perfect kind of day for scooting. You come through here in the summer, it's just blazing hot, and it's hard to enjoy. I never could do this because I was in school this time of year, this time of day. This is Friday in the middle of the day here. Never had this luxury. Let's see, what do we got? 11:15? Yeah, my stomach is starting to say, hey, what about lunch? We'll hunt down lunch in a little while. You can always get lunch at 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is handy dandy. In the United States, 7-Eleven peddles garbage. Soda pop, beer, cigarettes, salty snacks, sweet snacks, hot dogs. It's pretty much a solid diet, just a solid offering of garbage in 7-Eleven in the USA. But here you can get all kinds of good healthy meals at 7-Eleven. It's a completely different setup. Let's get legal here. We'll go over here in the scooter lane. Oh. All right. Oh yeah. I remember this little passageway here for the scooters. There we have a guy on a bicycle who is taking advantage of the red light to take a look at his phone. There's some urgent business at hand. Yeah, somebody posted something or somebody tweeted something. I actually see people go down the road riding their scooters and operating a phone at the same time. God knows how they do that and maintain their focus. I don't think it's possible, actually. I think those are some of the folks who get weeded out. They have accidents. Not what you want to be doing. I went to the library the other day to get a library card. Turns out they don't do a library card now. They just use your national ID card and they activate your account, and then you use your national ID card as a library card. But in order to get that going, I had to scan, I think it's called a Q code or something. It's a square with a bunch of dots and squiggles in it. And when I told the I told the good folks who were helping me with all that I'd never scanned a code before in my life, and I didn't know how to do it. They showed me how, and I pointed my camera at it the wrong, or my phone at it the wrong way, and they told me to turn the phone around. They weren't exactly rolling on the floor laughing, but it made their day. I know that they were having a good laugh. It's like that old American doesn't know how to operate his phone. It's true. There was some typing involved too, where I had to put my name in and stuff. I just handed the phone to him and said, hey, I'm not real good at typing on a little tiny screen like that. We're gonna be here all day if I've got to put my name in here. And they thought that was hilarious too. It's like, man, but they're kind. The Taiwanese are kind. That's the cultural center over there. They got the concerts and stuff. Miali, they did it right when they built their cultural center. That's a gorgeous building. So yeah, we're on the way to Sanyi. This thing's still running? I guess it probably is. It's hard to tell sometimes. Suppose I can get up there in the mix. Nah, there's no. I'll stay in the back. Stay in the back. Sanyi 16 kilometers to Sanyi. All right. We'll keep it rolling. I'm assuming that the camera is still working. Oh, this guy, he's just kind of on the slow side here. I think we can do better than that. I know we can do better than that. Look out there, son. Miali's got a few schools that the Westerners teach at. I believe Greg taught down here for a while. My buddy Greg, he had a job in this area. I think he did. Miali and Tofen, I think, is the combo that he had. Oh, I better get over here and get legal. I almost missed that turnoff there for the scooter lane. Since they built it special for us, it'd be rude not to use it. I like to park my ass right out in the middle of these scooter lanes and stick my feet out so nobody tries to get alongside me. Makes for a cleaner takeoff. Those guys at the front, they're right next to each other. There's always, oh yeah, see, there's always some smart ass who will pass you within inches in a big hurry. Of course, I've been that smart ass, and sometimes I am that smart ass, so I really shouldn't complain about anybody else's driving. Ah, that guy's on a scooter, he's carrying a bicycle. Nice! These guys are really sticking to the right lane. I guess there must be a camera. Must be a camera keeping an eye on things. Otherwise, all right. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing that. All right, you guys. Here we go down to number 13. We're on the way to Tung Glu. Great name, right? Tung Glu. That's when it's hard to talk because you got some tongue glue. I doubt if that's how you pronounce it. Tangluo, maybe. a food panda guy getting ready to make a delivery over here at the university. Some national university. Look at all the scooters. These are all students. Maybe they're professors too. Who knows? You know, there's so much food delivery here. That's a food panda guy right there. We just passed one a minute ago. There's another one. And a lot of the college grads who suddenly find themselves in the job market with limited prospects sometimes will turn to that to make money at first. And a lot of times it's just, you know, it could be anybody. It could be housewives or retired guys. Yeah, Uber Eats and Panda Express, I think it's called. A couple of the big food delivery companies here. Look at that, we got some clean air. I don't mean clean air to breathe, I just mean nobody is surrounding us or ahead of us, behind us. Sanyi, how far? Doesn't say. Oh, that's what you get for hesitating. You get a red light. Do, 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 do. Now, a professional YouTuber would have edited that stoplight right out of the presentation, but with me, you get the whole darn thing. You get your red lights and your non sequiturs and your random asides, your pointless comments. I throw it all in there. Sanyi, straight ahead. Tunglu, straight ahead. Freeway, straight ahead. Right on. golly, that is a red light. I think that Miali has some of the high-tech action too. I'm not sure what all these places are, but I think they probably have their own little science park going on here. Not really sure. And they're off. Yeah, I mean, what's that right there? I do not know. Wow, the air quality down there, not good. Central Tonglu. Wow, are those in 4 kilometers? Is that where the bad air is coming from? The air is not too bad right here, but Sanyi, 8 kilometers. Okay, I think I'll run this until Sanyi, then I'll stop it and I'll swap out batteries, and then we'll do maybe a walking tour of Sanyi. I'll stretch my legs a little bit, and I can show you some of the art there. We'll do it that way. Woohoo! You go, boy. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Look at those big, I don't know if you can see those big piles of wood over there. Sanyi whittles wood. Now, the wood carvers there, on one hand, you have to admire the dedication to art and the excellence. And on the other hand, some of the trees that get brought to Sanyi for the whittling are species that are becoming more and more threatened in the world, and it's a shame that these big old trees get cut down. A lot of them are old growth, and it'll be, you know, these are trees that are 100, 200 years old. It's not like you can plant another tree and 10 years later they have a new one. They're really thinning out the forests in some part of the world to create their art. Ah, yes. As you approach Sanyi, you can smell the wood. Gotta watch my P's and Q's here. There's probably, yeah, I know there's a camera up in here somewhere. There's a warning sign right there. It says 60. We're doing 100. Probably I'll just cool my jets just a tad. Yeah, there it is. There's that camera right over there on the left-hand side. It's poised right. Do you see where it is? See that gray box right there? It's right by the light. So if you want to catch the green light and it turns to yellow and you speed up, that thing is it'll write you either a ticket for running the red light, or it'll send you a ticket for speeding. Either one. That's how that works. It's so polite of the Taiwanese to warn you that ticket, that the camera's there. It's always been astounding to me. The United States, the last thing that the cop does is warn you that he's running radar up ahead. They try to hide behind the billboard and be as sneaky as they can and catch you. They're really trying to catch you. Here it's like, hey, we're warning you, and if you don't if you don't heed the warning, well, that's on you. It's not like you didn't know it was coming. And in spite of the warnings, those cameras still make plenty of money for the government. And they're off. Oh, what's going on over there? It's a market. It's a market under tents, and quite a few people are there. I'm not going to be distracted by a market. Oh, look at that. You know, if you really want to catch these red lights, you have to commit to breaking the law. Or obeying the law and slowing down, one of the two. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I think it's almost our turn. Here it comes. 1098. 765 4 3 2 1 blast off. Okay. Oh, okay. The outskirts of Sanyi, and there's the wood piles and some of the shops, some of the artists. Oh, I can smell the wood being cut. I need to do a series of videos on Sanyi because it's got a lot going on. What is that? That's the 83. Ah, so many roads. There's rice growing right there. It's a little rice field. Surprise, surprise. Rice, you say? Oh, let's see. We're going to pass this guy. We're going to slow down. I don't want to pass him on a double yellow, because if he's got a camera, he might be one of those knuckleheads who cooperates with the government and gives tickets. He might be. No rush. I do have a white car tailgating me here. I don't know what he hopes to gain by that. You can see what we're up against here. We will get around this truck. It's a foregone conclusion. The question is where. And the answer is no, not here. Giddy up, son. No yellow line was crossed.